Hey everyone, welcome back to Thistle Hill Farmstead. As you can see behind me, we've got another chore going on today. I've got some play sand and some pavers, and I've got a little project to do next to our breezeway that's going to help me when I cut grass. And I'll show you what we're going to do here in just a second. So come along. So here's the issue I'm running into. When they built my or poured the pad for our breezeway here, they kind of messed up on the calculations. It's supposed to be 8 feet wide, which it's 8 feet here, and then they did 8 feet here coming off. But then when they turned the corners to go, they didn't measure 8 feet this way. So this part of our breezeway pad wound up being more narrow, and that caused our columns to be too close or very close to the edge of the concrete instead of having an offset kind of like they do over here on our back patio. And what that causes for me is some issue with mowing and with edging. So I can kind of mow up here, get close with the mower, but I really can't run the edger down this edge here. And you can see when I do trim, it's hitting the trimmer string, is hitting the edge of the boxing here on my columns and messing that up. And we've got the same thing going on over here. I think I maybe actually hit this with the mower and chip that off. So what I'm going to do with those pavers is I'm going to go down the side of the breezeway here with the pavers. I've got a couple laying here, and extend that out so that I can mow and not be right up against the column. And then it'll also give me a little bit of edge to a little bit of area to edge down through there with my edger. And I think these pavers will look all right. They're not exactly the same color, but I think it'll give a nice like contrast to the edge. This is not pavers here. This is stamped concrete. So they pour the concrete and then they come back before it dries and stamp it. And it looks really good. It's like a herringbone pattern. But I'm going to take those little pavers and start here at this side, go down and around to the edge of the house, and then do the other side also. So I've got the pavers in the back of the truck. I just need to unload them and get going. So I will set you up on a time lapse so you can watch. I'm just gonna basically cut the grass here, dig the grass out. I've got some play sand that I can put back and level up everything. So it's just gonna be a chore of digging out the grass, laying the pavers, and putting some sand around them. So hey, let's get started. Wow, I think that's the hardest part of the project, is just dragging out all the bricks in the play sand. So now what I'm going to do is go get my little edger shovel and start digging out the sod that's up against the sidewalk and start putting in the bricks. So I got a couple of tools for the job. I got my hoe to help dig out some dirt. I got this straight blade kind of digger scraper thing. It's going to help me, edge right beside. And then I just have my flat blade shovel. I don't know which one's going to be the best to do the job, but I brought them all out. We'll try them out and see which one works the best. All right, well, let's get digging here. What I'm going to do is use one of the bricks as a guide to help me see how much of this I need to take out. So I guess we just go right here, do a little cut. I think that's going to be the easy part now. It's going to be what's going to be the best tool for getting this out. I don't know if I can just use this and get it up, or whether the shovel is going to be better. And also, I think I'll go get a tarp so that I can put here and lay this grass on. So let me do that. All right, I decided against the tarp. I figured I would just get my bucket here because I'm not going to have much grass. And I'm not going to be putting this grass back down here, so I don't really need to keep it close by. So I'm just going to take this, put it in my bucket, and I'll use this grass somewhere else because it's good. It's good Bermuda grass, and we put this down as sod, so I want to use it someplace else. All right, let's keep going. I could probably pull a string or do something fancier here, but I'm just gonna do this for now. We've had some rain lately, which is good, so that means this ground is relatively soft, so it's not too bad digging. Let's see how easily this comes up. Try not to take up too much. I don't want to have a giant hole there, but I'll need enough to get the paver to recess down into the ground. There we go. Now we get into some more grass. Get a little bit harder. Hey Charlie, you gonna help out, bud? You gonna help out? Yeah, you love to dig too? All right, let me set you up on the time lapse and we'll keep going. Okie dokie, I got the first step done, is to just kind of get that sod out of the way. Now, of course, I gotta dig that out a little cleaner and clean the edges up, but I got that out. Now I'll start just trying to clean the edges up. I'll use some of that play sand to level things up and start putting them in. Okay, looking pretty good. Now I've got cleaned out to a nice edge down through here. I think I'm ready to start putting some sand in, and I have a tile cutter. Not sure if it's going to cut these bricks or not, but maybe I can score it at least. I only need to cut them like right here in the corner to match those together. We'll see how it does. All right, let's try our first brick and see where we're going to need to cut it. Or if we try to 45 them together. That's kind of a strange angle. Let's see. Guess I can just do it like that. And cut it. And I'll just cut a short one to go there. maybe instead of trying to cut that weird angle, I can just do some type of 45 here. Yeah, but that's still not gonna, if I pull this one back far enough, yeah, still not gonna be able to cut. Yeah, that's just an odd angle there. So I'm gonna wind up with, let's see. I'm gonna wind up with a little bit of a weird angle, but we'll see if we can cut that with the saw and see what it does. If the saw doesn't cut it, I have a side grinder, which may do it. So let's see. All right, let's try this. I don't know how this is gonna, if it's even gonna cut this brick, but we will try it and see. Let's see. Come on. Woo! Well, that seemed to work pretty good. A little messy. Got my glasses all wet. Ooh, hopefully it didn't get into my microphone here. But let's see how that works. All right, all right. Let's see what we got here. Did that work out for us? Oh, doggies, look at that. Pretty. That's plumb pretty. I just need to cut a little piece here now. Go right here. Then I'll start putting them in. Let's see. Probably about right there. Yep, that's almost half in too. All right, let's cut this one in half. All right, let's see how this works out. Oh yeah, that'll work. I can't remember which side I cut. Yeah, it's almost right down the middle. Okay, so let's start putting some sand in there and getting them leveled up to where they need to be. Let's get some sand in them here, level them up, see how it's gonna work. Let me get my bag of sand over here. Cut me a corner open so I can pour out a little bit at a time. Let's see what we can do here with it. I need to come up quite a bit to level that up. All right, looks good. Let's keep going. Alrighty. What do you think, Charlie? He didn't care. Okay, so we got them all down here. Looks pretty good. I'll once I get the other side done, I'll hose it down and make sure that all the sand is down in it good. But I think it's going to be nice. It's going to give me a nice edge that I can mow against here, and then get the edger and trim, and hopefully they'll stay in place. Well, I think it will once the grass starts growing up and growing in. They'll be pretty firm, I think. All right, we're going to do the other side, and I don't know if I'll bore you with that or not, but if so, I'll just set up the time lapse and do this side here. It's a little bit longer, so it might take me a little while longer. All right, guys, we're all finished here, and you can see that I have the bricks all the way up the side here, and I put back some of the grass that we dug out just to bring the edge up some, because it was a little higher on some of the edges once I put the bricks in and leveled it up. But this is the finished product. It'll be a while. The grass will grow in around this. And I added some grass here. We had a little bit of a dip, so I took some of that grass I dug up and put there. But I think overall, and I put some bricks around the gutter right here, so that wouldn't wash as much. And I think all in all, it should, once everything kind of grows back in, it should look nice, and it will allow me to mow and not have to get so close to the edge there, and then I can take my edger and just go down and do the edging. So I hope you found this helpful. If you have an issue like this, maybe that gave you some ideas on how to handle it. And once again, thanks for watching our videos here on Thistle Hill Farmstead. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. Thanks again. See you next time.